Racism in the UK in 2021 is still a huge problem, but 2020 was a year full of protests, the year that gave birth to the Black Lives Matter movement and raised awareness all over the world about the injustice and discrimination people of color are put through every day, especially by the police. The young generations are starting a small but significant change that gives hope for the future. But there are still many cases of police officers beating and killing unarmed people of color down the streets or in their very homes just for the color of the skin. A famous case is the trial of two police officers over the death of a retired footballer. The victim was tasered for 6 times the amount he should have and kicked in the head. For this reason, he died in 2016. Once again, the victim was black, but apparently that's not the reason why he was killed while unarmed. This injustice happens every day all over the UK, just like anywhere else, and it's unacceptable but considered normal. Today, we're going to talk to a special guest who will describe his experience as a person of color in Scotland. Hi, today we're here with a special guest, Ola. Ola, introduce yourself, tell us something about you.
My name is Ola Olugbore, and I'm a student of West of Scotland College in Clydebank campus.
Good. And how are you feeling today?
I'm well, thank you.
I'm good. That's great. So today we're going to talk about the discrimination and brutality that the police have against people of color. So I'm going to interview you and ask you what you think about this topic. So have you or anyone you know experienced discrimination and eventually brutality from the police just because of the color of your skin?
I do not have any experience of brutality all my life, but I've heard obviously about George Floyd in America and so many things going on there in America as well. And as well here in Scotland, there was a guy called Bayo Sheku who had that experience a few years ago, and eventually he died. So I have not had that experience, but I heard about them. So it's unfair, it's brutal, but that's the world we live in.
Yeah, that's the history we have.
Yeah.
Do you think the Black Lives Matter movement and the protests in America changed anything? Or do you think we're still in the same exact situation we were before?
I think that the Black Lives Matter brought the awareness of the prejudice against people of color. I think also it brought awareness to other people of other color to be aware of the experience of people of color, so to say. So I think so. I think it brought an awareness, but that is different from the politics of race and color in the media. So that's a different experience altogether.
Yeah. But you think that overall it was an experience that opened everyone's eyes in a certain way about this?
Yes, I think so, because the young people all over the world are not going to be thinking like the older people. So I think it brought that equality into perspective, so to say. So I would think yes, it brought awareness to the people. Yes.
Do you feel safe when the police are around, or do you feel more in danger, and why?
I feel safe when the police are around because I think they do the right job in keeping people safe at the same time, irrespective of the history of brutality. I feel safe. I live here in Scotland. I feel safe. If I were to be living in America, I might have a slightly different opinion, but at the moment I live in the United Kingdom and I think I'm pretty safe.
That's good. What do you think the world needs to stop racism once and for all?
The first thing I think the world needs to do is not to rewrite history, but to to put history in the right perspective of truth, which means that in all the media coverage, there should be the awareness that people are one. Arabs,
Yeah.
Arabs, white, black. And also, I think it's quite important for people to know that race is a is not something. Race is real, right? But at the same time, when we talk about color, I think it's good to put color in the right perspective. I've not seen a white person and I've not seen a black person all my life, because no one is pure white. This
That's
is
true.
white, and I've not seen somebody who's actually black. So, but put the through the media, I think the media coverage should reflect equality in the lives of people. People should be judged based on what they have done right and what they have done wrong, irrespective of color. You find good and black people everywhere you go. And it reminds me of a song by Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder that says Ebony and Ivory. And that song is saying that ebony and ivory, like on the keyboard,
Yeah.
you find ebony, the black, and the white.
Yeah.
They live together in perfect harmony to make good music. So we
true.
need to cohabit to live a better life, so to say.
Yeah. What we need maybe is a bit more of respect toward each other.
We need more respect for each
Yeah.
other. Then, if you don't understand people, you might be in a better position to ask them and stop all this stereotyping of people and their color.
Do you think it's going to happen anytime soon?
To be honest, I am not a pessimist, but I am hopeful that happens in the future.
Yeah, me too. Let's hope it does.
Hope so.
Thank you so much for
Thank
this.
you. Thank you for having me,
It was a nice
Francisca.
experience, and we'll have you in the future.
Thank you very much. Anytime I'm
Thank
here.
you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye bye.